How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I'll bring along with me to test out the new Tamron 7180 f2.8 G2 for some street photography. So let's jump right into it. So Tamron sent me this lens as a loaner to test out the new version of the 7180, since honestly I used to own the previous version and I was very curious to see how well this was going to perform with the updated version of it. I did an initial review video already, so if you haven't checked it out, please go check it out over there, and that way you can see a little bit more interactions with portraits and things of that matter, since I did a little bit of street photography, but not as much as I'm going to do today. I also wanted to pair it up with a different camera that I usually wouldn't use. Usually I use my Sony A7 IV to do more of the photography type of photos, but today we're using the ZV-E1 since I got it recently, and I want to test it out the photos since I want it to become my everyday carry kind of type of camera, but I'm going to test it out with a little bit of overkill lens with the 7180 since I have it. And I'll definitely make a video separately eventually about why I got the ZV-E1 over the A7C Mark II, since I made a video about why I wasn't sure which one I would wanted to get, but I'll keep you updated soon enough. But anyways, let's get to taking some photos and getting some street photography with this setup to see how much of an overkill it is, but also how cool it will be. All right, so we got our Unorthodox version of photos. Just got our new cars right here, guys, no big deal. So you just gotta get the... Do I?
So I was in the reflection.
Oh, I know, that's why I put my hand up. Sam, it's crazy because you get like the autofocus for cars, so I want to do the matte black one over there. It looks pretty cool. See, I should have put a circular polarizer, but it'd be alright. You just gotta put it close enough to the... Alright, we're gonna keep walking. But this is a little bit of a setup that's interesting because it feels so small in my hand, but then you have a massive lens, but it's kind of cool. And I guess we got a very Texan truck right here, guys. It's kind of interesting, but you know, it is what it is. Dodge Power Ram. Alrighty. Feels kind of cool in the hand, to be honest. This lens is kind of nice because it's not overly heavy. Like the 35 to 150 is just a bigger lens overall. Has an 82mm thread size. This is still 67, so it's very interchangeable if you have like the 20 to 40 or the 28 to 75 for that. They keep it like that. So we're gonna walk over here, see what other people we can find, but at least we'll try to take photos of people, architecture, something to see how well the photos hold up with the ZV-E1 and the 7180 G2. See if we can get that guy all the way over there. Well, we can. Now, it's not a good photo, but at least we can attempt it. Because I like the lights or whatever, it looks cool with it, but I don't know if you can get them. There we go, we got them, shaking hands, interactions between people. See, to be honest, guys, the reason why I don't like doing so much street photography in Texas anymore is just, it's not really common to do. But whenever you're able to, it looks really nice. I'm gonna go right here. We might get a sunset, but I don't think we will. I mean, we will over there in a sense, but no, you won't. Alright, we'll see if we can find anybody. We'll try to get this couple coming up from the back, guys. It's kind of nice though, right there. We'll see if we can get anybody through. Is there anybody else gonna walk across? Probably not. Yeah, of course, if I do that, it's probably like gonna be the time where people would walk by, but yeah, sunset it up. Get a photo of this, of the clouds at least. See, at least the architecture there looks kind of cool. Is there anybody want to walk across that bridge, please? Apparently nobody wants to walk over there, even though usually there's like everybody walking. Well, huh? Yeah, but that's when everybody just, oh, there we go. We got somebody, guys. There we go. One shot only, we got it, kind of. That works out. Oh, this person right there looks cool. The couple. Looks nice. See, the 180 part of this lens is actually really nice because I don't have to be close to people. It's actually very smooth to zoom in, zoom out with this noise. But I'm gonna see if I can go through the little things right here. Go. Said the sunset's coming out, or not coming out, but setting, if you will.
You get it right here, because then it's almost like a patch.
Yeah, straight shotty. It looks nice though. See how there's people over here though. Hold on. Honestly, this feels like a really cool setup because it's not that heavy. So if you're wanting to do a little bit more of that, you know, street photography, having a lighter setup, that's probably why people want to go with the A7C Mark II and the R, just because you get really good photo specs for, you know, the photography side. But for me, the ZV-E1, 12 megapixels is enough whenever I need something kind of quick to go. But then I can also get some good photos with mainly the video, which is what it's going to be primarily for me. But still like the little sound that it does with the shutter. It's kind of soothing. What's going on, little fish? Can it recognize a fish? Yeah, it can. Where, oh where? Gotta do this framing. See, I like this, the lights of the trees right now. Eventually, once it's colder, it'll be nice with like, well, actual outfits for
fall.
Yeah.
How big that one is.
Little big boy. Let's see if I can get the dog from here. Yeah, I can. Mission impossible success. Here, hold on a second. Looks kind of cool with like the reflection of it style.
The stairs are so cool.
Yeah. That's pretty much a lot of the photos that we're taking with this ZV-E1 and the Tamron 7180 G2. So I'm gonna go back so I can review them and then give you my final thoughts on this combo. And we're back from taking photos with this cool setup. It's actually a very nice setup to be able to use because the 7180 isn't as heavy as my 35 to 150. You get that nice telephoto range, which is really nice to me. And also having the small body of the ZV-E1 is pretty cool, and as well with the new autofocus system that it has. Obviously, this is not going to be the usual setup that I would use all the time for, street photography style. I think I'll still keep it with my Sony a7 IV because if I'm going to be using a telephoto type of lens, I do want to have a, camera that's actually for photos like that, but also has a good sturdy grip for it, just because of the type of body with the lens combo makes more sense to me. But in all, I think the photography of the ZV-E1 is actually really great paired up with the Tamron lenses, especially with the 7180 that we got to test out for this video. It really just packs a punch. You're able to do pretty much everything with just minus, like the mechanical shutter that you would have. So whenever there's like a bit of lights, it might kind of act a little bit weird in a sense because of like kind of like the banding, I guess it is, since it has an electronic shutter. But in all honesty, is it that horrible? Not really. So I think it'll be perfectly fine. So nothing too crazy like that. But the Tamron 7180, the G2 is a great lens if you're wanting to get that, telephoto side of things. For me, it was one of my first telephoto lenses that I got whenever it came down to getting the first version of it. So getting the G2 to play with and just test out is a little bit of like kind of nostalgic going down the road of, how much I've grown from like my YouTube videos to where I'm at, getting to, get some loaners from Tamron even for the last, bit. So it's been nice of them to be able to, support me in that way, to be able to get those lenses, to bring them to the channel, to show you guys how my experience works out, give you my honest thoughts on them, and, get to have some fun with videos. But definitely recommend a telephoto lens like this if you're looking to get a more budget-friendly telephoto lens with an f2.8. They do have their other lenses like the 50 to 400, which isn't a horrible lens, but the aperture, being a little bit higher, you're gonna need more light. So that's what kind of like a little bit of a turnoff, having those kind of type of telephoto lenses. But having the 180 range is still pretty good. Sometimes you wish you had that extra punch, maybe to the 200, like the the 7200 lenses that they're out there. But am I gonna pay the big difference of that? No. This one I think it's gonna go for $13.99 or $12.99. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, which is a good price point for a lens like this. So if you're wanting to get a good telephoto lens that has good, like the vibration, like OIS kind of style that it has in it, so that it stabilizes a little bit more of the footage with your camera, it's pretty nice to have that. For me personally, I still like my 35 to 150 because you just have more range that I use personally, but having a 7180 is still a really great range. I use the 150 range a lot on my 35 to 150, so it wouldn't be any different from using, said lens like this. So it's up to you what works out for you, but just thought I would give you some examples of some photos that I was able to take with today with this unorthodox, pair, because the ZV-E1 is not really meant for that much of photos like that, but you can take some photos. And well, the 7180 is a bigger lens than the body of this, so it's kind of fun pairing it together. So hopefully you enjoyed those nice good old examples and having to see a little bit of this combo in action. So if you have any questions about this lens, please let me know, and I would love to help you out with anything that I can do to help you make an easier purchase if that's what you decide to do. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video. The friend will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.